Hey everyone, and welcome to the No DQ live recap of Friday Night SmackDown for January 17th, 2020. We have the Royal Rumble pay-per-view coming up in just over a week. Thank you as always to everyone watching, whether it's live, participating in the chat room, or on demand. I appreciate your viewership and support. Let's go ahead and get started with the recap. We kicked off SmackDown with a tribute to the late Rocky Johnson. There was the graphic, and later on the show, we had a really cool video package to recap his life. Very classy, as always, by WWE. WWE always does a tremendous job with the video packages, paying tribute to the superstars. Rocky Johnson, no doubt, an all-time great in WWE. Even though he wasn't the biggest name, he still had a hell of a legacy in the company, and of course, the father of the biggest wrestling star, mainstream-wise, in the history of the business, in The Rock. So we had the introduction, the usual opening for SmackDown, and the pyro. We had Christopher Mace just sent in a $200 super chat. Holy crap. Christopher Mace, you are the man. If I had the No DQ Super Chat Championship right now, I would honor you. But guess what? I'm still going to do it anyways. You are the honorary No DQ Super Chat Champion. He says, I wanted to let you know, thank you for everything you have done for No DQ and the NX team have done for me. It's been rough with the passing of a family member, but listening to y'all's shows helped me keep calm. Please split this with Stefan and Jerry. If it wasn't for No DQ and the NXT team, I would have lost it. I will definitely do that, Christopher Mace. Thank you again on behalf of myself, Stefan, Jerry, and everyone else on the No DQ team. Thank you very much for your viewership and your contribution. I do appreciate it. All right, now with that, let's go ahead and get started. We had It's Gotta Be Kane. That's right, Kane coming out to kick off SmackDown. We have the Royal Rumble coming up, and Kane brought up how he has the record for the overall most eliminations. I believe Reigns has the record for a single match, and Kane has the overall record, but I'm not entirely sure on that. Let me know in the chat room if that's accurate or not. I would think it's accurate, but I'm not entirely sure. Kane, I believe, is going to be in the Rumble. I'm not sure if he actually said he's officially in the match, but one would think Kane is going to be in the Royal Rumble. He talked about how the Rumble match is very important and how he's had a lot of fun crushing the dreams of people wanting to win the Rumble and go to WrestleMania. He was interrupted by The Fiend, Bray Wyatt. Bray Wyatt did the Firefly Funhouse, and he called Kane the Big Red Bully. And then he showed the Rambling Rabbit, who had one of those IV bags, but it was with carrot juice. Rambling Rabbit is still alive. He might be on life support, but he's still kicking. He's still moving on from all the tragedies that have bestowed him. Anyways, Bray Wyatt said that he doesn't think winning the Royal Rumble is a wise idea because Kane's picture is on that wall, which means Kane and The Fiend have crossed paths before. And The Fiend has not forgotten about Kane. And there was footage shown from their Ring of Fire match, which was at SummerSlam 2013. I was at that show, Staples Center, aka the Inferno match, but they had to give it a PG name. And Oofman Rule says, my name is Kane, and I am a Rudy Poo candy ass. That was a great promo from The Rock. Little reference to The Rock there. I don't do it nearly as good as he does, but anytime The Rock would do the impressions of everybody, I'm not sure if it was that promo. There was one he did in Las Vegas. It might have been that promo where The Rock did an impression of all these different guys and made fun of Kane for going around the casino, doing jumping jacks and cartwheels. I won, let's party. I love that promo. That was a great one from The Rock. Great one from the great one. Ken terminated by Google with a $5 super chat says, "This is for Chris Mace. He has always been a gentleman to me throughout the chat room. I feel for Mace for his loss of a family member." Well, thank you for that, Ken. I do appreciate it. And Kayfabe Candy adds, "I'm going to drink a big glass of milk and take 3 Viagra." We're just going to recite lines from Rock promos all night. I think that might be more entertaining than SmackDown. Although, to be fair, I thought this was a good SmackDown. Spoiler alert, I did enjoy the show tonight. And good crowd. Greensboro, North Carolina, not only were they pretty hot for the show, but it was a big crowd for SmackDown and for WWE standards. It looked like most of the arena was full. The upper deck, I mean, we couldn't see really the hard camera side too much, but it looked packed. So good crowd tonight, lots of people, and they were making noise, and that really added to the show as well. So we had The Fiend have the lights go out, and it looked like Kane was going to be attacked by The Fiend. However, The Fiend came up from under the ring. Kane was already on the outside of the ring. Kane knew what was coming. It was a trap. And then it was revealed that Daniel Bryan was in cahoots with Kane as part of this trap. Kane was like, "What took you so long?" Then all of a sudden, The Fiend turns around, gets hit with Daniel Bryan's running knee. The Fiend tried to escape under the ring, but Bryan was grabbing at him, and Bryan actually pulled out a couple of his hairs, and we had smoke coming from under the ring. Kane got in the ring, did the yes chant with Daniel Bryan. The only thing we did not get was the hugging it out, which I'm really sad we did not get that. But it was a great segment to open up SmackDown. Really fun and good to see Kane back. Looking forward to him. I presume he's in the Royal Rumble. Maybe we'll get Kane and The Undertaker, Brothers of Destruction, in the Royal Rumble. We'll have to wait and see. Backstage, we had a little bit more of Kane and Daniel Bryan arguing who was the tag team champions back in the day. And then Bryan was interviewed, and he officially challenged The Fiend because The Fiend seems to be running away a lot. That's what he's best at, according to Bryan. We had a challenge issued. Daniel Bryan has challenged The Fiend to a strap match at the Royal Rumble. I was really hoping he would call it a Yappa Pie Indian strap match, Jack. That's a reference that maybe only 10 of you get, but look it up. Hulk Hogan, Yappa Pie. It's YAPAPI. Look it up. Hulk Hogan strap match on YouTube. I love that promo. That was when WCW was just totally in the shitter, but that was a fun little promo from Hogan. I mean, it was so dumb that it's so memorable. I still remember it to this day. We had our first match of the evening. We had Big E versus John Morrison in Morrison's first official match back in WWE since, I believe, 2011, somewhere around the end of the year. Kofi had dyed his hair blonde, but Morrison looked like, John Morrison. Exactly what you would expect from him. Looks like he had not missed a day in WWE. Miz accompanied Morrison out there for the match, and Kofi, of course, was in Big E's corner. Morrison had the whole slow motion entrance, which is great, Glad he's got his own music, his entrance, and all that stuff. Miz got on the apron, attempted to interfere. Kofi knocked him off the apron, and then Morrison went on the top rope and could have gone for Big E, but instead jumped out onto Kofi Kingston, and then Big E was about to take out Morrison, who was standing on the apron. Miz took a bullet. He pushed Morrison out of the way, and then Morrison took advantage of Big E, hit the Starship Pain, which kind of looked awkward. It looked like he landed on his knee first, and hopefully he didn't mess up his knee with that. Morrison picks up the victory over a very game Big E, and I'm guessing we'll get the tag team titles match maybe at the Royal Rumble. It was not officially announced, but one would think that match is coming soon. We had a recap of Bobby Roode being taken out by Roman Reigns and having a month of his career taken away because of the big dog. Well, we all know the real reason. He got suspended, but Shh, that never happened. We had the Usos backstage chatting with Roman Reigns about the match. Winner of the main event, Roman Reigns versus Robert Roode in a tables match. The winner gets to pick the stipulation for the Royal Rumble match between Reigns and Baron Corbin. King Corbin, I should say. We had the Usos taking on the Revival. And a good match from these guys, but I mean, it was basically to showcase the Usos now that they're back. They hit the dueling super kicks. Jimmy did the frog splash, picked up the victory. And backstage, the Revival were frustrated, but they added that frustrated isn't the damn word for this. Kind of reminds me of Bret Hart's promo from '97 when Vince said, you have to be terribly frustrated. And then Bret was like, frustrated isn't the goddamn word for it. This is bullshit. You screwed me. Everybody screwed me. Well, I'm going off topic here by talking about 97 Raw, so let's get back on track here. The Revival said that they're going to make some changes, and that's when they were very quickly interrupted because Sasha Banks and Bayley were in a brawl with Lacey Evans, and Lacey was somehow getting the best of both of them in a 2-on-1 situation. We have Gil 17871 with a $5 super chat. Thank you very much for that, Gil. He says, shout out to the No DQ staff. I saw you once at a Green Day concert a couple of years ago in Los Angeles. Was going to say hello, but didn't want to bother you. Well, you could have done it. I would have been totally cool with saying hi and taking a picture and whatnot. It must have been the Sports Arena, right? I'm trying to think what other Green Day concert it might have been. Yeah, it had to be Sports Arena. But let me know if it was something different. I'm thinking the Sports Arena. So just let me know, Gil, to confirm. And thank you for the shout out. I appreciate it. Hey, maybe we'll meet up sometime when I'm in LA. Maybe WrestleMania 2021. We'll have to wait and see. So we had Sonya Deville backstage with Mandy Rose, and Sonya was talking about Otis, and she wanted Otis in her corner because Mandy had Otis in her corner last week and picked up the victory. And Sonya was like, well, just talk to Otis. So that was the little cliffhanger here. Would Otis come out and be in Sonya Deville's corner? We had Bayley and Sasha backstage in the trainer's room. And Sasha had her knee all iced up. And Bayley was furious. She said she's going to turn Lacey into a stay-at-home mom. She's going to break Lacey's ankle. And that's when Scrap Iron Adam Pearce showed up, who's an official. And I guess he's the closest thing to the authority in WWE right now. He is the authority figure in the company. Anyways, Adam said that since Sasha twice now was supposed to face Lacey and is bowing out, Bayley is going to be facing Lacey Evans in a one-on-one match. Now, it's really cool for me to see Adam Pearce because I remember watching him back in 2001 in Barry Cohen's MPW. Look it up. Very, very solid SoCal indie promotion. And there's a match on YouTube. Look it up as well. It's actually on the No DQ channel. It's Adam Pearce versus Frankie Kazarian versus Christopher Daniels in a triple threat, MPW. Look it up on YouTube. I'm there. You guys can see me. I'm there with a camera at ringside filming the match. And my dad does color commentary for it. So check it out. It's a really nice gem and a very rare match that not a lot of people know about. But Scrap Iron Adam Pearce Daniels when he had hair, and Frankie Kazarian when he had long hair back in 2001. Check it out. Michael Wayne says he did watch it, so right on. And by the way, Adam said that the match would be non-title. We had Shorty G backstage. He was interviewed about Sheamus. He said that Sheamus is insecure and the mind games are not going to work on Shorty G. Then Sheamus came in. He asked, has anyone seen Shorty G? He started making some Shorty G jokes, and that's when Shorty busted out a takedown, took Sheamus to the ground, and this segment bothered me because they were like doing the extreme shaky camera work. I had to like look away. I couldn't even watch it. It was so bad. But other than that, like I liked the takedown. I thought that was pretty cool. And they're going to be facing off at the Royal Rumble. We'll see if it's the kickoff match or not, but it is set for the Royal Rumble pay-per-view. We had Braun Strowman interviewed, and he was very excited for the Rumble. He officially declared himself for the Rumble. And then he asked about what's the deal with Shin. He said, name the time and place, let's do it. We had Elias in the ring. He talked about how he needs the WWE Universe in order to reach new heights, to get his word across. He started to perform a song, and that's when Shin, Sami Zayn, and Cesaro interrupted him. Sami cut this promo talking about how while Shin doesn't back down from anybody, Strowman is not getting that match with the Royal Rumble coming up so close. Sami said that they called the shots and then brought up how Shin won the Royal Rumble and he's the guy to beat. Elias was in the ring. He's like, I've been multitasking, and Elias said he's come up with a new song. It's called Sami Needs to Shut Up, and Shinsuke Sucks is the chorus. Unfortunately, we did not get to hear the song because Sami started yelling at Cesaro, and then Cesaro got into the ring. Actually, Sami was yelling at Strowman and ordered Cesaro to get in the ring and take out Elias. So Cesaro went into the ring, and then Sami and Shin got into the ring. It was a 3-on-1 attack, and that's when Braun Strowman came out and made the save. Then we had Sonya Deville versus Alexa Bliss. Otis, of course, came out to be in the corner of Sonya Deville at Mandy's request. So Mandy got up on the apron. She got knocked off the apron and ended up falling onto Otis. Otis caught Mandy and was holding her, and he was very happy about this. He was very excited. He was getting all worked up, you know. And there was this distraction, and Sonya ended up getting rolled up by Alexa, leading to an Alexa Bliss victory. So basically, Sonya lost because of Otis being out there, even though she wanted the opposite. She wanted Otis out there to help her win, but the exact opposite happened. So good stuff here, and you know, this whole storyline with Mandy, Otis, and Sonya, I'm enjoying it. I think they're doing a good job with it so far. It definitely feels like an Attitude Era type of storyline, and I like it. It's a nice change of pace. So I say 2 thumbs up for this, and Otis is great in this role, and you know, I really want to see Otis and Mandy get together. So I'm getting into it. I like it. We had Baron Corbin backstage meeting with Robert Roode, and Roode vowed to put Roman Reigns through the table, and then Corbin said that he's going to make the match. He's going to make a match at the Royal Rumble where Reigns will bow down to the King. We had our main event, Roman Reigns versus Robert Roode in a tables match. Roode attacked Reigns as Reigns was making his entrance. Reigns went for a spear on the outside, but Roode sidestepped him, and then Reigns crashed through the barricade, and that's when Baron Corbin's music hit. King Corbin came out, and we went to a commercial break. When we came back from commercial, Reigns was on the verge of winning the match. He was going to go for the spear and spear Roode through the table, but then Baron Corbin attacked Reigns. Ziggler came in with a super kick. It was 3-on-1. They were going to put Reigns through a table on the outside, and thankfully, Reigns finally has some backup, you know. Now that the Usos are back, they're actually watching Roman's back. Usos came out, and they attacked everybody, and with the assist from the Usos, Roman Reigns was able to gain the upper hand. The Usos did a double splash. They jumped off the barricade, did a double splash to Ziggler through the table, and then back in the ring, Roman Reigns completed his spear to Roode through the table to pick up the victory. And then after the match, Roman Reigns cut the promo talked about how the Royal Rumble is in a baseball stadium. There's plenty of room to fight. So this match between Roman Reigns and Baron Corbin is going to be a Falls Count Anywhere match in the stadium in Texas, in Houston. So should be a really fun match at the Royal Rumble. Falls Count Anywhere. I'm looking forward to it. The game is on 100 with a $5 super chat. Says Roman and Corbin Falls Count Anywhere. We all know how it will go down with Ziggles, Rude, Revival help Corbin win while the Usos helping Roman seems obvious. Well, I do think Roman's going to win this match since I feel like this will be the blow off of their feud. I do think Roman Reigns is going to win. Last month I bet for the big dog and he lost, but you know, this is a new year, so the no DQ rankings with the no DQ team, it is reset. Sun Goshiku won last year and Caitlyn came in second. I got to win this year. I'm the head honcho of no DQ, so I got to win. And I'm betting Roman Reigns for the Rumble. Spoiler alert. By the way, quick plug for next week. We're going to be doing, hopefully, we're going to be doing the Royal Rumble predictions live, just like we did the No DQ review this week. So stay tuned for that. And as far as the letter grade goes, I enjoyed the show. I am going to give it another solid B. I had a good time watching SmackDown, and I'm looking forward to the Rumble. I feel like WWE's been doing a good job building it up, and I enjoy the storylines. I like the Otis stuff with Mandy and Sonya, and even the Reigns and Corbin stuff I'm enjoying. I like what they're doing with Morrison and Miz, so good stuff here overall. And Kane, Daniel Bryan, Bray Wyatt, good stuff. There wasn't really anything on the show that I hated other than that really shaky camera work. Let's see what you guys thought. Michael Wayne gives it a B+. People's WWE channel with a B+. Curtis Butler with a B-. Colin Andrew with a B+. And Don Boeing with a B. Matt Helms with a B. And Mike B with a B+. OG85 with a C. And CC Drink with an A-. So some mixed grades here, some B's. Saw a couple A's. Saw a couple C's, but overall seems like pretty solid feedback for SmackDown this week. And another quick plug, nodq.com/merch if you want to support the site. Pick up a nodq.com t-shirt or a hat, or you can get this wall tapestry that is in the back here, nodq.com/merch, and you can get 20% off using the code RUMBLE. 20% off code RUMBLE over at nodq.com/merch. Ken terminated by Google with a $5 super chat. Thank you for that, Ken. He says, since there is a rumor of no NXT competitors being in the Rumble match, do you think plenty of jobbers will get eliminated under 5 seconds? Hashtag poor EC3. Oh, poor EC3. I'm not sure what's going on with the NXT competitors. I don't think WWE has really announced anything officially regarding, is it going to be 10 Raw, 10 SmackDown, 10 NXT, or 15 Raw, 15 SmackDown, or 10 Raw, 10 SmackDown, 10 whatever. You would think that there would be a couple of NXT guys just to shake things up a little bit and keep it interesting. Like, I'd love to see Keith Lee in the Royal Rumble, but maybe they want to protect Keith and they don't want him to be in the Rumble if he's not winning it. So it'll be interesting to see what they do for the Rumble. I mean, I really don't want to see a bunch of random guys in the Rumble. Like, it should be the best of the best. You know, you should have the top 30 guys in the company in the Royal Rumble instead of throwing No Way Jose in there and that sort of thing. Although you do need some guys to be, you know, the comic relief where they come in, they dance, and then they get eliminated right away. But I just remember back, like, the 1992 Royal Rumble, how star-studded that one was. I mean, so many great names in that Rumble, and that's what I want to see. I want to see the big names. This is for WrestleMania main event opportunity. So you want to have the best of the best, and even bringing back some legends and some surprises, you know. You want to, that's part of the fun of it. Watching the Rumble is seeing the legends come back and surprise entrants and guys from NXT, and seeing some different kind of matchups that we haven't seen before, even if it's just in a battle royal setting. So we'll see what happens with that. Stay tuned to NoDQ.com regarding the Royal Rumble. Now, on that note, I will go ahead and wrap up this video. Thank you guys very much for watching and supporting NoDQ.com. And stay tuned for more. Follow Jeff Meacham at _Jeff Meacham. He's got his podcast network. He's doing a great job with that. Check out his stuff, his content. It's on Spotify, Anchor.fm. And I will see you guys next